Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my new channel. So today, I am going to be showing you just under a $1,600 setup for your PC, for your monitor, for your software, for your optical drive, just for everything, for your keyboard, your mouse, your headset. So, let's get it started, and we're going to be first choosing our PC. The first thing I'm looking for is a very good CPU, but maybe not something that's going to break the bank, something around $200, and the Ryzen 5 3600 is perfect for that. It's a great choice whether you want to do some video editing or gaming or whatever you want. So next is the fan. The Cooler Master Hyper 212 RGB Black Edition looks great, and it works great, and it's not going to break the bank either. It's a great partner to that. So next what we have is we're going to be looking for an X570. Basically what it means is you're not going to have to do an extra BIOS updates with a different CPU on it, so that's definitely going to be our first #1 priority. Wi-Fi is a good addition, but we're just going to stick with the cheaper X570 motherboard. MSI is really trusted, and I'm going to go with that one. $155, it's a great price, great deal. We're just going to go with that one. So for our memory, we're going to be looking for at least 3200 frequency, if not 3600. Obviously DDR4 memory, and we're going to look to make it look pretty cool too. So not really Corsair Vengeance, that's not really my thing. I'm either going to go with maybe OLOI Warhawk, those are really good, 3600, or Trident Z, and right now I think that's what I'm going to do, 3600 Trident Z. It's pretty expensive, but it looks great and it works great too. So next we're on to storage. We're going to be choosing an SSD and hard drive for this. Nowadays in 2020, you aren't going to just have a hard drive or just have an SSD. You want both unless you have like a big SSD. But we're going to go with an M.2, probably a Samsung 970 EVO, looking through everything else, but that's probably going to be our SSD. It has 500 gigs, plenty for that. It's really insanely fast, and that's what we're going to want. Next, we're also going to want a hard drive, and the one that pops up with the most reviews, we're just going to choose that one. It has 1 terabyte, plenty for most people's needs, and yeah. Next is a video card, otherwise known as a graphics card. We will be choosing something between the 2060 or the 5600 XT. The 5600 XT just came out about a week or two ago from the time of recording this video, but the 2060 was also dropped in price a lot, and it's now a really good deal also. So it's around $300. 5600 is around 280-ish, I believe. But unless you really care about ray tracing, 5600 XT is definitely the way to go. So I'm going to be looking for the best one. I think that extra boost clock for the Sapphire Pulse is definitely looking pretty good for just the extra money. It's just a little bit cheaper than the 2060, and I'm going to have to go with that one. Next, we are going to skip the case, save that for last, and we're going to be going to the power supply. I know the case that I'm looking for, well, I know the brand at least, and it doesn't really come with very many power supplies, so that's why I feel comfortable looking for the power supply first. I'm going to be looking for at least a bronze rating and at least 550 watts, or 500 watts, but I'm thinking, I was looking for gold, but it's not really going to be cheap, because that just basically means how efficient it is. So we're going to go with bronze, and 500 watts. It's cheap, but it works. So next we are going to be looking at the operating system. This one's super easy, Windows 10 Home. Most people are going to tell you to get the hard drive thing where you would stick it in there, but we're going to be getting the disc. It's a little bit cheaper, and I'm just going to scroll through, look at all the other ones, see if there's anything cheaper necessarily, but the Asus $20 optical drive where you're going to put all your things in, that's definitely a very good price, and it's very, very useful. So I'm going to choose that one. Looks like I'm gonna be choosing a case, I believe. Yes, we're going to be choosing a case. I'm going to be looking at Roseville, and there's not really any specific one I'm looking for, so I'm just going to browse through them, and I'll tell you when I find the one that I like the most. Alright, so I have decided between these 3 cases. They're each $50, and they're Roseville. Doesn't really make a difference. It's mostly preference, but I think I'm going to go with the extra one that has an external 5.25 inch bay. So, I'm going on to the next thing, which happens to be the monitor. One of the most important parts. Oh, never mind, not software. But I'm going to scroll through anyway. I do not recommend you getting a software. There's really no reason for it. In my opinion, it's just kind of a waste of money. I'd rather spend it on something else that's better for your computer, or invest it into Windows 10 Pro instead. But that's just my preference. Maybe you'll need it for something that you want to do later on. So I'm going to head out of this, and I'm going to go into monitor. I'm going to look for a specific monitor. I have it. Super cheap, super amazing. It's great. Right now I'm looking for it, but I'm going to, I'll tell you guys when I find it. Alright, so I put in all the filters, and the one that I found is perfect. It's $230 for 240 hertz. It looks just fine, and it plays amazing. So now I think now I have to look for thermal paste. It's only like $4 really, and you put it in between your CPU and CPU cooler to obviously keep the thermals under control. So next, we're going to be looking into headsets, I believe, and my kind of recommendation on there is for HyperX, because they're really good. They're somewhat expensive, but not really. But yeah, they're really good. And so now, I believe we're moving on to 2 of the best things. For this, we will be doing the Ducky 1-2 Mini, but I'm looking through these, trying to find it. It's not in here, so I'm going to search up Ducky 1-2 Mini. It's not going to come up with the price, but it's a 10 keyless, mostly gaming keyboard, but you can use it for office work too. I'm going to go with the Cherry MX switches, because they're pretty good, standard. Everybody uses them really, and so they're really useful. Now, it doesn't say the price, but I'll be looking that up after the video and adding it to the overall cost. I think it's somewhere around $100 to $140, something like that. So now I'm moving on to the mouse. This is very important along with the keyboard, but this one actually is very easy, and it's the Razer DeathAdder Elite. I have this mouse, and it's absolutely insane. It's so good. It is wired, but, you know, it's completely worth it, because it is such a good fitting mouse for ambidextrous people, for left-handed people. It doesn't matter. You can use it, and so that's really good. So now I'm going to be looking up the price of the Ducky 1-2 Mini, and then I will add that onto the total price. Like I said, I hope it's going to be just under $1,600, because that's what we're aiming for right here. Ducky 1-2 Mini standard keyboard, Cherry MX. It's around 114 to 140, so we're just going to go with 120 to stick under that $1,600 budget. I'm sure you could put a little bit more money or a little bit less money into that, along with all the pieces of today's PC and components. So mess that one up. It's $1,473.53. And screwed that up again. And didn't screw this time up again. Plus 120-ish. And we get just under 1,600. So this is a great keyboard, mouse, headset, PC, monitor, everything combined into one setup video. I will be doing a just PC for all levels of money and some gaming recommendations in the future for this channel. But guys, this will be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.